What is going up, buddies, and welcome to another video. It is a really beautiful day out. The leaves are starting to come up on the trees. As you can see, just a beautiful mid-spring day. It's the beginning of April, and that means that the morel mushrooms are starting to come up out of the ground. I might just find a few, or I might find a lot. I have had some pretty good years of finding morel mushrooms, and they're pretty easy to find. You just gotta know where they grow, and you just gotta know your property, your land, your spots, and then you should be able to find your morel mushrooms pretty easy. They're my favorite mushrooms to eat, and every year I just love grabbing a really large sack amount per year, and they're just some of the tastiest morels. I don't know if I'm gonna be cooking them on camera. I kind of want to make this a pretty quick video, so it's not gonna be a catch and cook. But in the future, I might be able to do a morel mushroom catch, clean, and cook. Just not this video. But anyway, we're gonna try to see if we can find us some morel mushrooms. So hit her patter, let's get at her. Man, the wind is really starting to pick up a little bit. We got a nice breeze going, but one thing I try to look for when trying to find morel mushrooms is some really soft, mossy ground like that, right underneath some trees where you have a little bit of cover, because for some reason morels don't grow really well in the bright sun or on open land where there's hardly any trees and moss and soft ground. Look at that little cedar right there, a little white cedar starting to come in. But yeah, they really grow well where it can get a little bit damp, lots of moss, and where there's a lot of trees. So I know this is a pretty good area where I usually get a lot of morels in this area pretty much every year. So I just gotta walk really slowly, make sure I don't step on any morels. Like, watch every step because I don't want to step on one. Oh, look at that. There's already one right there. There's a morel. He's not a big one, but that's the first one of the day. I think we'll, yeah, I think we'll take this one. I got the sack right there, and I don't like to pull them out with my hands. So I like to use a little knife like this, something small. You don't need a whole lot. But you do just want to remove some leaves. So that you can get to the very bottom of the stem. And just slice away. And then there you go. There's a little morel right there. It's not a big one, but I guess we'll keep him. He's starting to dry up a little bit on there. I don't think this one's going to get any bigger. Some morels stay small, some of them can grow a little bigger. I think this one's gonna be pretty much as big as it's gonna get. And then in the sack it goes, like that. If I can get it in the sack. Where's the opening? There we go, I found it, I figured it out. Like that. And we got morel in there, and a few leaves I'm gonna pick out. See if we can find some more morels. That was a good start. All right, about 5 minutes later, I didn't go horribly far, but looks like we found us another morel right there. As clear as day, and it looks like it's a good one. So we'll take him. There we are. Look at that. Good looking morel right there. That's the second one of the day, and let's see if we can find us some more. I think there's quite a few more, and looks like there is. I did not realize it until I saw there's another one right there. That tiny little one. I don't know if I should keep them this small. I'm hesitant to, because morels dry up real quick, and I'm not so sure if this one's going to get any bigger. I know some of them will get pretty big and some of them will stay small. I don't know if this is one that's going to stay small. I'll probably come back to him. I know where he is until I think further, or if I don't find a good handful of morels, I'll probably come back to this one. But he's not going to count for now because we got 2 decent sized morels already. So we're going to try to find some that are either this size or bigger. Maybe try to let these guys grow a little bit. Alright guys, I just saw another morel. It's right there, right underneath some of this brush right here, so I think I can reach him. Yep. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Right there. Oh, heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. As I was just about to cut this one, there's another one right there. Right there. And that looks like another pretty good keeper. These are not huge morels, but they are pretty decent size, especially for my luck, especially if we're going to get a lot of them. So I'd rather have a lot of morels this size instead of just 2 very big ones. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to be 3 and 4. So after that, it's pretty much 4 morels at this point. There we go, right there. That's the 3rd one. Oh, I almost stepped on my rails and I got leaves cut up on my sack. Oh, that's great. And it's getting a little windy. And then there's the 4th one right there. Did I just lose a morel? Or was that just a stick? Yeah, that was just a stick. There we go. You guys can't see them so well, few, but there's the morels right there, at least some of them. Oh wait, all 4 of them are right there in perfect view. There we go. See if we can try to find some more. I know there's some more around here. There's another morel right there. I got into some pretty thick stuff where there's lots of leaves because I know they grow pretty good where there's lots of fallen leaves and thick brush. If you can get through a lot of it, you're at least going to find a few. So there's number 5, I believe this will be. Yeah, let's take him. If I can remove some of those leaves. There we go. And then there's the morel right there. Pretty good looking one. Not bad, not bad. It'll taste pretty good. Alright, I just found 3 morels around here. There's the first one right there, the second one, and there's a 3rd one way over there that looks pretty good looking. Woo, the wind's picking up. I think he's starting to dry up a little. He's starting to dry up a little bit, so I think we're just gonna take him home with us. Like so. So that'll be number 6 right there. That one is way too small. I'm actually gonna let him pass. And then that one over there looks like I'm gonna keep him, so he'll be number 7. And that's number 6 right there. So until we pretty much have 6 morels we're taking with us. Alright, as soon as I was about to grab morel number 7, there's gonna be morel number 8. Right there. These guys just keep popping up in my view like they're nothing. Man, these morels just grow really good around here. And I'm pretty thankful because these guys taste amazing. I mean, just look at that. He's got a few stuff on him, but that's pretty easy to wash out. I'll set that right there. And then we're gonna go, ooh. And we're gonna grab this morel. No, he pretty much just came out, but I'm gonna cut that off. So yeah, there's morel number 8. Pretty good, pretty good. These are not morel mushrooms, but from what I can tell is that I'm seeing a lot of different varieties of bees on there. I don't know if you guys can see or spot any right now, or maybe in a few seconds. But there's tons of bumblebees and honeybees all over this bush, full of these cool looking flowers. I mean, the bees seem to be really loving them, both honeybees and bumblebees. But I think I startled a few and they're not going to be back for a little while. But right there, I do see a honeybee right there. You guys can't see him so well, but I can. So yeah, we got some bees here, and I'm pretty thankful to have bees. As long as they're not hornets or yellow jackets, I can't complain. Bees are good. But anywho, just thought I'd share you that this bush is being swarmed by bees. There's a bumblebee right there. You guys see him? I mean, you probably did briefly, but there he is. There he is. There's a bumblebee. What a cute little bumblebee. I've never been stung by one. I've gotten so close to a lot of bumblebees and I never yet got... Where did he go? Oh, there he is. I'm gonna leave these bumblebees alone. And there's a honeybee right there. There's the honeybee. Yep, right there. Looks like he's getting some nectar. And then there's another honeybee right there. Well, now he's up there. Yep, little honeybee. Now you finally see the bees. Now you know I'm not lying to you. Alright, let's try to find some morels. I'm getting distracted. There we go. I see 2 morels right here. Right there and right there. So, that'd be 9 and 10. We got 10 morels now. Let's try to get these out of there. Nine and 10. Alright, there we go. So far we got 10 morels. Let's see if we can try to find a couple more, and I think we'll call it a day. Woo, woo, woo. Guys, we just found a really good looking morel right here. Oh, look at that. That's a good looking morel. He's a little crooked, but look at that. That's a pretty good looking morel. Look at all that detail. That is pretty cool. Now the detail doesn't make it any tastier. It's just characteristic traits, I guess. But yeah, that's a pretty good one. I think that's number 12. I did get another morel previously, but this is morel number 12. And we're doing pretty good. I see another mushroom over there, but I think that's a false morel. Wait, never mind. There's another one right there. So that's number 13. That's a false morel over there, but there's a true morel right here. We'll take him. Not these weeds, but this right here. Woohoo! That's a pretty good morel. We're gonna take him with us. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna try to find a few more, which I think I have way over there. I'll get to those in a little bit. But we'll put the last 2 in the sack. But that one, on the other hand, I'd like to take him with me. He looks pretty good. We are kind of getting into the forest a little bit. Yeah, we're in the forest right now, and we have found some more morels. Alright guys, so a little update about what's going on. I did find some more morels since I last showed you the couple other morels, so I kind of lost count. But right now I'm not really finding any more, and it's getting a little windy. We got a pretty large amount right here. We got at least like 14 to 16, so knowing that this is literally the first day for me in the morel season, I think it'd be pretty good that that we call it good right here. And plus the wind is just starting to pick up a little bit. I kind of want to get out of these trees. So again, just a really great day in general. We found a lot of good morels, and let's take them to a spot where we can lay them out and count how many we have in total. We'll see you literally right now. Alright guys, here is the end result. I counted them all. We have 16 morel mushrooms on the first day. Well, first day I went out picking them. And let me tell you, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. They're not humongous, but they're still pretty good size, and they're gonna taste pretty good. So there's all our morels that I picked today, and we're gonna eat pretty good. Even though this video is not gonna be a catch and cook, but in the future I would like to do a morel catch and cook, only if I catch more than this, like at least 20, 25 or more, then I'll do a catch and cook on that video for morel mushrooms. But I gotta have that happen first. So I can't promise it, but at least it's an idea. But yet again, a pretty successful day if I do say so myself. Well, that was a pretty good time finding those morel mushrooms. They grow pretty quick. They spread out really easily. And like I keep saying before, they're my favorite mushrooms to eat, and I'm just super excited to fry them up on the skillet with some butter and some seasoning. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we will see ya on the next one. See ya!